from the president's directive, there were two important capturing words. Number one, you could have acquired the land illegally. Number two, you could have manipulated the people. Indeed, some people are renting land at 4,200 shillings per year. That is manipulation. Some people were buying the land at 200 Uganda shilling per acre. Manipulation. So we are looking at this gist of the matter. Before you come to issue whether the land is fenced or this land has water inside the fence such that your land is in a place where your animals is not affecting the surrounding. These are the key issues we are looking at. And then finally we'll come with recommendations. So, a person like Honorable Ocan PP Ojara and two others, there are three in number. Actually, parliamentary group has 32 members. Sincerely, when you look at three people complaining that this verification must stop, as who? You must have the capacity. They are not even in the executive of actually parliamentary group. They are not. And then if they were serious people, you first begin to ask me, who has been the chairperson in verification in Acholi sub-region and the deputy chairperson in verification in the northern Uganda. This verification is not for Acholi sub-region only. It is in Lao, it is in Teso, it is in Karamoja and Bukedia side, Bukedia, Sibei side, and West Nile. And therefore, it is not only for Acholi sub-region. We want to understand this problem and we want to recommend. What they are saying is part of the recommendation. If his recommendation is that every mulalo must live, irrespective of whether you bought the land you are renting or you bought in the right way or not, because Acholi land is not for sale, it is customary land. Come to the committee and give us your fact. And your recommendation, what you want to be done. Other than going to a press and threatening that you are launching a campaign to kick General Saleh out of Acholi, to kick Balaalo out of Acholi, and unfortunately they did not mention that, but that was the intention of the what? Of the press conference. But do you have the capacity to actually evict Salim Saleh from Acholi sub-region? And why? He is a citizen of Uganda. He has a right to stay anywhere. He is married in the Acholi sub-region. Do you have the capacity? Do you have your soldiers? Do you have your police to do that? Please, I don't want people who play to the gallery. You want to be seen by the voters that you are helping them when you don't have a solution. These Balaalos have been here for years. Why didn't you act? You wait for Honorable Akol as a chairman of the Acholi parliamentary group to complain to President Museveni. After my issues were raised, President Museveni gives directives and then he extends for 3 months, which is ending in September 30th. What is September 30th? These are days. It will come and pass. Why do you get worried? Wait for December 30th and then you say, these were the recommendations from the team. And you can challenge it and say, the recommendations are not good. But for now, the team has not given recommendation. Why do you want to begin to think about our recommendation, which is not yet out? And you think the recommendation is not good. This is totally wrong, and I want to condemn this. The verification will go on. Nobody has a right to condemn this team, which has been given the authority to go ahead. By the way, in our team in Acholi sub-region, they are talking about people who are traitors. They are talking about people who are looking for jobs. I'm a member of parliament. How do you say I'm a traitor? I am voted by the people actually. Even last Thursday, I was fighting with the Minister of Land. I was fighting with the Minister of Agriculture, who wanted even to add more cows at the time when we were doing verification. And for you, stupidly, you come on camera and say, these are traitors who have been given the opportunity to do verification. Totally wrong. It must stop. And people must respect what we are doing. It is for the good of the people of Uganda, for the good of the people of Acholi. There is nothing that we are planning behind anybody.
We want to warn these traitors, those who are traitors in Acholi.
Well, number one, the person who brought the issue of Balaalo. that it is a problem in northern Uganda. It is a problem in Acholi sub-region. It was me in the capacity of chairman of Acholi parliamentary group. I made this in our memorandum to the president on the 15th of May 2023. And indeed, on the 19th, immediately President Museveni came out with executive order. So there is nobody who is hurt, who feel the pain of the issue of the Balaalo, of the issue of the charcoal, commercial charcoal burning in Acholi sub-region, who is feeling the pain of the Karamojong wrestlers that is affecting the people of Acholi sub-region, who is feeling the pain of the issue of the Apa conflict, who is feeling the pain of the conflict between the South Sudan and then the Uganda border that is affecting the people of Kitgum, the people of Lamwaka, the people of Vamoro, better than me. In my capacity as the chairman of Acholi parliamentary group, I was requested to go with 286 people, including the religious leaders, the cultural leaders, the members of parliament, the LC5 chairpersons, the LC3 chairpersons, and the opinion leaders from Acholi. And that was my memo to the President of the Republic of Uganda. He promised to act, and I'm happy on the 19th of May, he acted. 2, from the time the presidential executive order came out, there was no action completely. From the RDCs, from the police, from the ministers, everybody was saying we are waiting for the guideline. And therefore, when we had a meeting in Gulu University, as members of parliament and the ministers who were around, we were given the task of coming out clearly with guidelines how the executive order of the president can be implemented. And that is the time when I was elected unanimously by leaders from West Nile, leaders from Acholi sub-region, and leaders from Lao, that I can help in the implementation of the executive order. There was no way somebody can claim that the meeting in Gulu University convinced General Saleh that there must be halting of the executive order. No. The communication that went to the President of the Republic of Uganda from General Saleh, who is the commander of Operation Well Creation, and also advisor to the President on defense. It was the complaint that came from the people who are saying we are not Balaalos. In fact, I have come to know they are saying when you are saying Balaalo, you mean people who are taking care of cattle of the cattle keepers. The owners of the cattle, they are saying we are not Balaalos. How can you give a blanket or a general order affecting us who are not Balaalos? And they complained to General Salim Saleh, and that is when General Saleh wrote to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni requesting that give time so that we verify the complaint coming from people who are saying we are not Balaalos, we are investors, so that we know exactly what is on the ground. And that is how the committee that I was leading, which was supposed to implement the executive order, were actually told, first, go on the ground, verify. In our verification, we are looking at 2 angles. Number 1, who sold for you the land? And what was the status of that land? Does that land belong to that person as individual? Is it a family land? Is it a communal land? That's one aspect from the person who sold you the land. Secondly, how did you acquire the land as the buyer? Did you come in the right way? Were there affirmative processes, or the processes you went through is genuine or not? If you bought the land, did you buy it at a price which can really be the value of land? If you are renting, is it worth what we are doing? Because there were 2 capturing words.